our very last, okay, it's not the very last, I'm going to have a goodbye episode, but this is the last episode that we have that we're going to be breaking down a little bit of stigmas that we have around. So, welcome, and thank you for tuning in, for subscribing, for following, and being an amazing support to my 61 subscribers. Yeah, I'm saying that because you guys are full of cock. But thank you for being there, thank you for supporting, thank you for everything. You guys are absolutely amazing. That has followed my journey, but I'll say the rest later. So, last week we spoke about being thin, and y'all know I'm apparently thin and too skinny, but we'll get onto that later. But anyways, today we're going to have, which I love, I've had this woman, for those that know me, I've had this woman on my radio talk show once that I was on, called Breaking the Mold, which is what started this YouTube channel. So it's about breaking the stigma of society and society's narrative. And today, having her back on is amazing, but this time there's buckle filter. As you know, I like swearing, I like saying shit like that, so boom. No filter. We have Zxaviania Elsner, and she is a transgender woman. So we're gonna break down this little bit of show today. Might be, depends on how much she talks. We'll see how much she talks, and maybe we'll have a day. We don't know. So thank you guys, and welcome to Zxaviania. Hi, my darling.
Hey, my love, back again in your clothes.
No, but this time is different. You're sitting on my couch.
I know, eh?
It's a lekker. Please tell me grab to my unicorn, because that's my baby.
You know, I love stallions.
We have a live audience also, by the way, so if you know, it is our live audience today. You know, we like to give you a bit of a this and that later. You know, the last time I did not ask you personal questions because we were on radio, we were limited, and today my show doesn't allow any limitations. It doesn't allow any filter, it doesn't anything. I want you to share your story with absolutely no filter. Tell us who you are, what you are, if that is the correct way of saying it, and please correct me in the same breath as well. If I'm saying anything wrong, feel free to correct me. But we're going to just have like normal conversation, and you're going to tell me your story, and I'm probably going to ask you inappropriate questions, but that's how we roll. You are Zxaviania Elsner, and you were previously known as?
Zxaviania Elsner.
Zxaviania.
Yes.
That's a fucked up weird name, but okay.
Hater.
Yes, I am right. Zxaviania, what the fuck is that?
Unfortunately, that was the male birth given name by my lovable parents, Donovan and Mark Elsner, and Shirlene Pandora Elsner. Loving parents, 28 years old, trans woman.
She's got real boobs. Bigger boobs than mine.
Am I
You
allowed
can
to?
strip it. Let's go.
No.
How long have you known that you were a woman?
Well, I knew since I was a toddler, around about 5, 6, I always knew that I was different, special. I knew that I was in the wrong body, basically. Being born a male and actually, authentically feeling like a female really was quite a challenge. It was quite a struggle. I look this way, but I don't feel this way. So it was a great challenge. And at that time, I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know the terminologies or anything.
Because it's only coming out now. So it's,
Yes,
it's not
yes.
like people knew about it back then. I mean, I don't think we had transgenders back then. We had, what do they call it?
Morpheus.
Not even Morpheus. Yes, that was one of our audience people that was shouting. Sorry guys. It was called drag queens.
Yes.
It was called drag queens. Kijk hier, julle. As ek sê julle moet skree, dan moet julle skree, né? You know me.
Still love you.
But there's a difference between Morpheus, transgender, and drag queens. We all know
Yeah.
that. We're not going to get into that now, guys. But so you realize that you were not a man. You didn't identify as a man,
As male, no.
which is the difference.
Yes, there is a difference between authentic gender and sexual preference. minds. So when I speak about sexual preference, that would basically mean, for example, if I was born a male, but my preference was into another male, that would automatically make me gay. But my, how can I put this
Your
now?
gender.
Yes, my gender authentication was this is very difficult, guys.
No, I need you to
I have to
explain
get
to
it
us.
right. Yes, I have
Yes.
to get it right. Obviously being, assigned at birth as male, because that is obviously what the sexual organ says. Having a penis, automatically you're a male. But that doesn't really define your gender 100% because the mind still needs to grow and develop in terms of what the actual authentic gender is. So
So basically what you're saying is that I'm trying to understand it because as everybody know, I've come out as being bisexual and apparently you need to come out, which I didn't know you had to do. But so for me is I find both male and female attractive. I don't identify as a male and I don't identify as a female.
that's your preference.
Yeah, I thought I did because I used to have people tell me, yes, you should have been a man. But I don't see myself as a man.
Because that is not how you feel, that's not your
Yeah, I don't. I love being a woman with
authentication
my
to
pancake
yourself, yes.
boobs and my flabby tummy and my small vagina. Okay, I don't have a small vagina, but anyways.
Wow, okay.
But I feel woman. But now I don't think people understand as what the difference between being a transgender and being the fact that you're still attracted to male but you want to be a woman even though you were male before. You get what I'm saying?
I'm getting what you're saying, and for me that is also quite very confusing because I think we live in a society that people, make us so black and white. It needs to be either X, Y, or Z, and as being a trans woman, there is so much that I'm learning as well in terms of people's true, how can I say, identities such as religion, sexism, racism, all of those.
So how do you know that you identify as, I never really do this, the question and answer thing on our show, we don't really. But I think it's important for us to do it today because I think we need to educate those that don't understand the difference. How do you know that you weren't gay? Because you're not gay.
But you see, that's the journey. I wouldn't know what I am, and not say what I am, but what my preference is or what I like.
But how do you? Because you're not gay.
No, I'm not gay.
So how do you know you're not gay?
Well, automatically, because now that I'm a female, in the eyes of the law, I'm a female. So if I go out with a male, that makes us a straight couple, and that's what people don't get, because especially some guys will tell me, but I'm straight, and I'm like, okay, so what am I? I'm not gay because gay guys aren't interested in trans women, because if they wanted a female, they would have dated a female.
You can say vagina, because I think that's the difference.
Yeah, I tend to say no pussy, no qualification.
There we go.
Yeah, so
okay, so I think I'm still confused on the question, and you know what? I think I actually need to get a psychologist in for that.
Yes, you actually need
to respond to that. But now you have transgendered into a female, but you still need to go completely into a female.
Yes, I still have to have
surgery
done. But
what do you need
to once you start on HRT,
which is what?
Hormonal treatment, you're basically already in the eyes of
the law
a female.
Yeah, well, you got bigger boobs than me, so clearly.
Are we gonna always be on this boob topic? Okay.
Because do you know what's making my boobs bigger now is my bra.
Okay. You know what you do? You should do? Put a penis through your breast and let him play with it. Dance up.
But it does that, and it doesn't work.
You're not trying hard enough.
Let me just say that the guy that's not putting his penis in my boobs is not working. You know what I used to do as a child? I used to do an onion thing. Do you remember that? Do you all remember that? You know what? Yes, remember. My audience remember. Do you all remember the fact that you needed to rub your onion on the...
This is... Sure.
And not work. This is a bro.
Well, unfortunately, I don't
So
know.
you already know I love you.
I'm just very lucky because a lot of our trans women are always asking Dr. Kevin Adams, but why is she bigger than us? Why is she bigger than Yes.
Okay.
But it has got to do obviously with
hormones.
your, not just with your hormones, your family background.
Yeah.
So it depends basically on how your mother is.
Yeah. My mom has fuckle boobs.
So there's your answer.
So I would love to know is how. What is the question? I think I'm drunk, guys. Don't judge me. We drink wine.
No, we're not judging.
We drink wine.
Of course, I'll take a sip.
So you are legally a female, but you're not fully trans.
No.
And you still go through the process of it.
Yes.
So how do you go? What is the process? Wait, that's not the question. I actually remembered. Light bulb moment. What is the issues around being transgender?
You really want me to break down to nasty, you know?
This is what the show is about, baby girl. No filter, no fuckle. We're breaking that shit down.
I think I need to be comfortable.
You can lay on my couch, just fine.
No. Let's not go there.
Okay.
I haven't had it in 8 months, people, so yeah.
I didn't have it in Tuesday, Wednesday. I didn't have it in 5 days.
If I'm up, we didn't even count. Oh wait, I think I actually did give off last weekend, but
I'm still less than you. I'm beginning. Finally.
Now let's get to it. The topic here.
Yes.
Well, like I said, a trans woman faces is quite hectic, but it depends on, society's intelligence.
Sorry, before you continue, can I just say that a lot of guys on dating, so everybody knows I've been on dating sites, right? We've had this conversation before we had this topic. And can I say, a lot of the men on the dating sites that I've been on has asked me, am I a trans woman?
Yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, do I fucking look like a man to your ass? Do I look like a man? Sorry, I did not mean offense to that. But you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
So now why are you asking? Why is it an issue? That is my question. Why is it an issue if I was a man, if I am now a woman?
Well, because I think they're more afraid of how it defines them at the end of the day.
When you have reassignment surgery, you have a vagina. So what difference does it make?
But according to them, it's still, for them, they sick mind they're sleeping with a man.
No, that's bullshit.
It is bullshit, but that is basically how it is. Like I just said to you now, it's like when I said no pussy, no qualification. I basically had guys that I have dated, cheated on, done whatever. And somehow I don't seem to understand is that, like, how more and how truthful do I need to be to define to you that I'm actually a female?
So
and you would sleep with me, you would have anal sex with me, but yet you have the stupidity to tell me you love pussy and you love a woman. Then I'm like, now, what
But you can have anal sex with a woman as well.
Exactly. Well, I was told how mine tasted anyway. Yeah, and it's not good.
I think the audience is clapping, so y'all please clap.
Listen, you have a church, darling. I'm speaking like this. Oh my God.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that the issue is the fact that they haven't, because you haven't had your reassignment surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But now can I understand that when you have your reassignment surgery, I don't want to go on the sex topic yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get onto that at a later stage. But understanding when you have your reassignment surgery, you have a vagina.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get off that quickly. So what is the stigma around the fact that you are transgender woman?
You mean the stigma between
A general stigma.
Between now and having it then?
No, between the fact that you've progressed, I mean your family issues, all of those. What is those stigmas in general? The general stigma.
Okay. Sure, you're really gonna make me go down to it.
Yes,
Baby. To be honest with you, the only supportive people that I have truly behind me is my mother and my father and my ex and partial of his family. My family, extended family, just doesn't give a damn about me. I don't know if they are ashamed of me still. apparently I was told that it's because I look better and I do it better maybe, so I don't really know.
Do what better? Sex.
No, in being a female, dressing the part, looking the part, being a successful, independent woman. And I think people or society, even family, maybe want you, especially trans women or trans male or whoever, like whatever you want to do, it's almost like they're hoping that it fucks up, that you don't basically
Because
succeed
you're technically a male.
Yes. Because I tend to get that, especially from some men or some people or women or whoever, that because I don't have the vagina, I don't have a womb, and I would never be able to have kids, I will never be a real woman. That plastic shit will always never define me as a woman. And that was actually quite heartbreaking because, I mean...
So that's why you were never identified as a woman according to society.
Yeah. Because of I don't have the vagina. But then again, vagina, penis is a sexual organ. This defines gender.
You know, I want to say something, so we have to cut off and we're going to have you back next week to continue this conversation. I feel like defining what your sexuality, not your sexuality, but what your gender is because as a woman you bore children.
Yes.
I can't have children, so what does that make me then? Because I can't physically have a child. So what does that make me? Because I have a womb, but I can't have a child. You won't have a womb, but you will have a vagina, so we both have vaginas. What difference does it make? We're both women. We both have vaginas. Exactly. I can't also have children, so that makes me less of a woman. That makes me a bad woman at the end of the day. Because according to the Bible, a bad woman is somebody that is not seen in, let's not go there. But guys, I'm going to continue this conversation with Zxaviania again next week, and we're going to break down as more of the stigma. We're going to break down also her, if she would allow us, her sexual orientation and how she has sex, because I want to know how she has sex. We did break that down at Gucci, but the skip is fucking throwing her boobs at my freak, and she knows I don't like it.
I get that good ass too. I'm contoured, sorry love. That is, to be honest with you, it's like, and I think this was a defining moment for me. Was there?
You see my finger?
I see it, but I'm gonna ignore it. That even my mother and my father said straight when they looked at me, they were like, but Zxaviania was never supposed to actually be born a male because nothing about her shows that even she is a male. Just the fact that that thing dangling down there, that's the sexual organ. But her body and everything and attitude and way of life is completely, totally like a female. And so that's what I try to do, empower females and other trans women.
So we're going to go break. So what I would like to break down with next week, and I never ever got to give you guys a preview on it on the show, but I want to break down as to what it's like to transgender, to transition, to be exactly. And I want Zxaviania to give other transgender women the freedom. I know that our law, according to our government, there is only a certain amount of operations that we're allowed to have a year, and all of those. I will get you guys the facts. But you know what? That's nothing wrong. Zxaviania is not fully transitioned yet, and I want her to be able to explain to you guys that not being fully transitioned allows you to still be a woman, because she is legally a woman. So we'll go back on that next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as to subscribe to our YouTube channel.